these Thargoids. A new independent report suggests that Pyrus...
Notice to all vessels. Heavy traffic reported in the area. Please fly safely.
...has declined across occupied space since the return of the Thargoids. Dr. Jin Ramir, who runs a socio-political think tank, made the following observations.
You are clear to resume predetermined flight path. Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wish you a safe onward journey.
Frameshift drive charging. Statistics show a significant reduction in piracy. And criminal behavior since the Thargoid presence was confirmed, but the reason has not come under scrutiny until now. Has the presence of an alien threat dampened felons' appetite for preying on fellow humans? It's widely understood that communities become stronger when faced with a common enemy. So perhaps one positive consequence of the Thargoids' return is the dissolution of barriers between social groups. Alternatively, those attracted to piracy may find a greater and less morally troubling thrill in turning their weapons on non-human targets. Whether or not their motives are altruistic, criminal elements may be transforming into defenders of the very societies they have previously terrorized. But a spokesperson for security forces in the Pegasi sector responded. Dr. Ramir needs to get out of her comfortable office and into the black. The Kuma crew have raided dozens of systems in recent months, taking advantage of the fact that our forces are tied up with the Thargoids. Believe me, Archon Delane sees the Thargoids as an opportunity, not a common enemy. The pirates don't care if the galaxy burns, as long as their pockets are full. Privateers Alliance campaign concludes. A spokesperson for the Privateers Alliance has announced that its appeal for commodities has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community, resulting in a massive influx of deliveries to Bad Javel Station, the organization's base of operations. Construction will now begin on a new military installation in the HIP 33368 system to resist the Thargoid threat. The Privateers Alliance has extended its gratitude to those who supported the campaign. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their awards from Bad Javel Station in the HIP 33368 system. Atlas Corporation initiative concludes. A spokesperson for the Atlas Corporation has announced that its campaign to build a megaship in the Lander Array system has reached a successful conclusion. Hundreds of pilots supported the initiative by delivering commodities to Ready Market and by eliminating agitators in Lander Array, thereby allowing traders to operate safely. As the campaign drew to a close, a spokesperson for the Atlas Corporation released the following statement. We would like to thank the pilots who helped us achieve our goal. We appreciate the assistance of each and every one of you. Pilots who've contributed to the initiative can now collect their awards from Ready Market in the Lander Array system. Ryan Gold Electronics Sorg campaign. The Empire has announced an initiative to bolster the superpower's military strength. The initiative centers on a new training program designed to create the next generation of Starship pilots. A spokesperson for the Ryan Gold Electronics Sorg, which is overseeing the initiative, released the following statement. Over the past 6 months, a research group based in Akana has developed a state-of-the-art training program designed to cultivate applicants' reflexes, coordination, perception, and cognitive abilities. Provisional tests indicate that students in the full flush of youth, unburdened with superfluous knowledge, respond extremely well to the program, resulting in combat pilots of unprecedented skill. In support of this initiative, the Ryan Gold Electronics Org has placed an open order for research materials, which will be used to manufacture essential apparatus. The organization has also issued an appeal for a range of mined resources, which will be used to construct a dedicated training center for the new program. The campaign begins on the 12th of April 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Support for Aisling Duval. Princess Aisling Duval's recent comments about the effectiveness of Aegis have attracted a measure of support. One of the most prominent figures to express solidarity is Imperial Senator Pal Vespasian, who said, "One cannot accuse Aegis of being completely ineffective, but perhaps Her Highness has correctly gauged the mood of the people. A handful of minor victories is simply not enough to allay widespread fear of conquest. There can be no half measures in this situation. If we do not defeat the Thargoids, our civilization could fall. Meanwhile, Commodore Irie McAllister of the Alliance Defense Force said, "I can certainly refute Princess Duval's suggestion that the other powers have not made equal contributions to Aegis. She makes a good point, however, with regard to military strategy. Greater transparency around Aegis's long-term plans would lead to a more coordinated effort in resisting Thargoid forces." Horst Fernandez, chief editor of an independent media outlet, focused on how the public might be starting to view the princess differently. "We know that Aisling is widely seen as the stereotypical heiress, materially prosperous, but intellectually deficient, but could this have been a public mask that she is now discarding? Or perhaps the young princess is finally maturing, and developing some genuine critical faculty? Either way, it's no surprise that she's found an audience, something she has always excelled at." Signal could be ancient probe. Astronomers based in the Sol system may have detected a signal from New Horizons, a space probe launched in 2006 with a mission to study various objects in the Kuiper Belt. One of the astronomers responsible for the find said, "New Horizons was launched over 1,000 years ago, so this is potentially quite an exciting discovery. We haven't been able to pinpoint the object's precise location, but our data indicates that it is approximately 1,726,716 light-seconds from the Sun, and 1,526,050 light-seconds from 903777 Sedna. Perhaps some intrepid explorer will seek it out, and confirm our suspicions." Starport Status Update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are currently closed: Bow Orbital, Abast Samo. Corte Real Terminal, 1952, SETI. Harvey Ring, GI606, 1B. Desire Arena, Dakonduni. Cayley Enterprise, Wolf 359. MacDivitt Port, Wolf 1022. Soloviev Colony, Karkinas. Stabenow Reformatory, Peregrina. Talos 1, Peregrina. Talos 2, Peregrina. Wee Burdock, Mean. Y Delta Station, Karkinas. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure: Ulchala Port, Monoto. Antonelli Station, HR 1201. Beadle Port, Pyama. Hansen Station, HIP 95256. Reed Dock, Monoto. Thomas Claim, Talin. Genesis of the Thargoids. Professor Cora Shaw, director of the Palin Institute, has published a paper speculating on the origin of the Thargoids. Extracts from her paper are reprinted below. Considering the Thargoids' impact on our civilization, it is disturbing that we still know so little about them. Information from Guardian sites has shed some light on the Thargoids' ancient history, but it's clear they were an established spacefaring species long before they encountered the Guardians. So where did the Thargoids come from? We know that the Thargoids are insectoid in nature with an affinity for ammonia-based worlds. This suggests they may have evolved in a harsh, low-temperature environment, which might explain their overdeveloped survival instincts and aggressive nature. But we also know the Thargoids are experts in bioengineering, so they may have augmented their own biology to a point where natural evolutionary processes are meaningless. Since much of the Milky Way remains uncharted, the Thargoid homeworld might be just beyond known space, or on the other side of the galaxy, if it exists at all. It's possible they are now a nomadic species, existing entirely in space, or within fabricated hives of some kind. It may even be that they have journeyed across millions of light-years, from Andromeda, or beyond, like a swarm of locusts seeking fresh crops to consume. Other theories are more esoteric, but worthy of exploration. We know that their vessels are capable of hovering in hyperspace, suggesting that witch space is comfortable. for them. Could living beings actually originate from hyperspace? Alternatively, they may be using hyperspace as a conduit from a dimensional plane entirely separate from real space. The Thargoids may not just be extragalactic in origin, but extra-universal. New designs from technology brokers. A range of new Guardian-inspired modules are now available from the galaxy's technology brokers. These modules have been developed by the engineer Antar, following his acquisition of data from Guardian sites. Pilots can now purchase a Guardian power distributor, a Guardian FSD booster, and a Guardian shard cannon. The cannon is available in both fixed and turreted versions. An independent engineering specialist made this comment. These Guardian-human hybrid modules offer additional resilience and firepower, both very welcome to Commander's flying combat missions. By taking advantage of the Guardians' expertise, we may be able to replicate their success in fighting the Thargoids. Week in review. Here are this week's major stories. Aegis has constructed 2 megaships, the Acropolis and the Vanguard, to help counter the Thargoid threat. These ships coordinate anti-Thargoid operations and support independent pilots. Aegis has confirmed that both vessels will periodically relocate to wherever they can be strategically effective. Meanwhile, many members of the Pilots Federation have responded to the recent Aegis report detailing the Thargoids' history. One commander admitted he was disturbed to discover that the Thargoids had been around for millions of years, and that even the Guardians had found it difficult to stop them. But other pilots were more forthright, with one reminding the galactic community that the Thargoids are not invincible. In other news, conflict has erupted between ROS 310 Natural Services, the controlling faction of the ROS 310 system, and the ROS 310 Cartel, a criminal organization also based in the region. It is understood that the ROS 310 Cartel is attempting to overthrow ROS 310 Natural Services and assume control of the system. Both organizations have issued calls for aid, appealing to independent combat pilots for support. Finally, the EG Union has announced that its campaign to build a shipyard in ROS 720 has received the wholehearted support of the galactic community. Hundreds of pilots supported the initiative by delivering commodities to Lyakov Dock, and by eliminating agitators in ROS 720 and surrounding systems, thereby ensuring the safety of traders. And those are the main stories this week. Starport Status Update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are currently closed: Court Aerial Terminal, 1952, SETI; Bow Orbital, Abast Samo; Harvey Ring, GI-606, 1B. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure: Izar Arena, Dakonduni, Big Papas Base, Andrimi; Kali Enterprise, Wolf 359, Dionysus, HIP 17044, Gardner Port, Psiliki Islands, Malanchenko City, Koma, MacDivitt Port, Wolf 1022, Soloviev Colony, Karkinis, Stabenow Reformatory, Peregrina, Talos 1, Peregrina, Talos 2, Peregrina, Wee Burdock, Meme, Y Delta Station, Karkinis. Order stored in ROS 310. Authorities in the ROS 310 system have confirmed that the conflict between ROS 310 Natural Services and the ROS 310 Cartel has come to an end. Both factions received support from independent combat pilots, to whom generous rewards were promised. But ultimately, there could be only one victor. Pilots who participated in the conflict can now collect their rewards from Mori Port in the ROS 310 system. Aisling Duval criticizes Aegis. In a public interview, Princess Aisling Duval leveled criticism at Aegis in relation to the ongoing Thargoid conflict. "The people are scared," she said. "They fear that their way of life, Their very existence might vanish unless more is done to protect them. I'm not convinced Aegis is capable of doing so. The Empire has invested heavily in the organization. Are we sure the other powers have done the same? It has taken far too long for Aegis to determine why the Thargoids are attacking, and it's not clear what their strategy is now. If we are to trust them to defend humanity, we need to see more obvious progress. Although Princess Duval has received some support for her viewpoint, the Federal Times offered a sarcastic rebuttal. Apart from undertaking scientific research, developing defensive systems, producing anti-Thargoid weaponry, creating the Eagle Eye surveillance network, building 2 military megaships, and actively engaging Thargoid forces in combat, what has Aegis ever done for us? A media spokesperson for the Alliance was equally dismissive. This is nothing more than public posturing, an attention-seeking gambit from someone who is no longer as newsworthy as she once was. Aegis has made incredible breakthroughs, and is clearly dedicated to ending the Thargoid War.
Malaysia, Hotel Oscar Lima. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau welcomes you to this station, Commander. Approval granted. Set down on landing pad 39er.
Incoming message. Tango is down. Target destroyed. Scanning for more hostiles.
Target shields offline.
Tango is down.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage. Thrusters online. Scan detected. Power plant capacity exceeded.
Okay, Commander. Fighter is on the way back.